Hey guys, what's going on? It is your girl Yamila, aka Yams, and welcome back to my channel. I think that's gonna be my new intro. I told you guys in my last video that y'all are gonna see like a kind of new, mature intro, but still the same Yams. You know what I mean? So let me know what you think of that. But anyways, y'all, welcome back to another video. One thing that I want to mention is like y'all are gonna see a lot of this type of videos because I'm a ranter. Okay, I like to talk because I've been feeling like I be saying a lot of stuff that people just don't want to talk about. So let's talk about it. Today's message, I really want to talk about is how to overcome struggles and find peace, because that's something that everybody goes through, and I had to go through that a lot. To overcome struggles is one thing, but to find peace is another thing. One thing that I became so big on, not just being resilient queen, but really finding peace during the process. And I think that is really possible. A lot of people think that you have to suffer through hard times, but you really don't have to do that. Now that I know better, I could do better, and if only people knew better now before things actually happen, it's just gonna make life a little bit more better for some people. So this is for you, okay? Whether you've gone through something and you feel like you suffered tremendously and you wish you didn't, or if you're just one out of the wise people that just want to prepare for the worst, because the worst, I'm not gonna say knock on wood, right? But y'all know what I mean.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest.
Some of the few things that I've actually gone through, but I feel like I've had to overcome. Lost all of my income, in and out of relationships, I started all over from scratch, hurt by so many people. Another thing about Sagittarius is like we're like tough babies, and so we get hurt a lot. We get hurt a lot, but you know how to learn how to overcome it. And even like the last person that I was talking to, I actually got over him in a day, which I've never overcame before. Never healed that quick. From crying to back to the streets the next day. Just kidding. Through everything that I have gone through, I just came to realize that step number one to finding peace through every single struggle is like, you have to find God. There is no way that you are able to find peace without first finding God. Because you could go through everything and anything and have good supporting family, boyfriend or girlfriend, or even friends, but like people are temporary. People switch up on you the very next day. Like the only person in this life that's never gonna switch up on you and will always for sure guarantee have your best interest is the man above. It's whoever you believe. You don't have to be extremely religious. Doesn't matter what faith you believe, but if you just believe in some sort of higher power and really dive deep into whether that's religion or specifically for me like spirituality, once you get closer to God, you're gonna realize that he always wants the best for you, and he's always speaking highly of you. So the moment that somebody else degrades you or makes you feel horrible or just does something out of that you can't believe that they done it to you, you know that God would never do that to you. God is going to remind you that you're the best on earth. God's going to remind you that you can do anything you want to do. God's going to cheer you on. God's always going to be in your ear telling you that you love you. So when anything else happens in life and when other people fail you, God will never fail you. And the moment that, you know, you go through things and you are so alone, the moment that you don't know what to do, you could surrender to God, and God's going to show you what to do. Listen to God's voice, and God's going to show you and lead you every single day. How I found peace and all the shit that I've gone through is really finding and building that relationship with God. And if you guys don't know how to do that, comment down below, and I could even another video where I show you guys how I personally found my relationship with God and the specific steps that I've done to get closer to God. But that's just step number one on how to find your peace. Step number two is just really accepting your reality. A lot of times people are so unhappy because they just can't believe that happens. That's not happening to me. Pride, ego, no, like not accepting your reality is only going to make things worse. Trying to force a relationship that's not meant to happen is only going to make things worse. Continuing to just be in the wrong environments is just going to be worse. Like if you know in your intuition and you know that it's not what it's meant to be, you have to be able to move on. You just have to be able to keep it pushing, which goes into the next thing. I don't know if it's gonna be step number 3 or if this goes into number 2 as well, but like being unattached. Not only do you have to accept your reality for what it is, But you have to learn to not be attached to anything, because life is always growing and you either grow as well, or life is going to be extremely hard and it's going to be really hard to find peace when you're attached to things. I had to learn this the most inside of the business that I was growing, and also inside of network marketing. I was so attached to the community. I felt like I was so attached to the business that I was a part of. I was so attached to the environment that I created, that I grew so much passion and love and experiences in, that once I realized that the company tumbled down, and once I realized that like this business wasn't actually the model that I wanted to build for the rest of my life, that really hurt me. Like, that really hurt me. And I realized, reflecting over again, that it was because I was attached. Because I was attached, I couldn't let go, and I wasn't happy. And so the moment where you unattach yourself, not just companies, but also environments, and also people that just don't serve you anymore in this season, and accept it and let it go and not be attached to it, you're gonna find a whole lot more peace in your situation. And I promise you, things are just gonna flow. And especially if you put God in front face of everything that you're facing right now, I promise you, you're gonna find so much more peace. You can't avoid pain, but you could avoid suffering. I was in pain the day that separation happened, but because I accepted it and I moved on and I had that support, I decided mentally that I didn't need to suffer. And the next day, your girl was back in her mode and just resilient queen. But you know, it takes time. Like, everything that I'm saying in this video, this isn't something that you will learn in a day. Repetition is key, and habits form, I think it's like, what, 2 months? Yeah, right there. Repetition is key with everything that you do. And so don't think that, you know, you're going to be this resilient queen or king within just after watching this video. But it's truly going to take time, and you have to get out of that funk and emotions and start getting to it. Start getting to it and following every single step, because if you don't, it's going to be really hard. And you're going to realize that the biggest battle that you're ever going to have in life is literally you. Like, you have to fight your emotions. You have to fight your emotions. Another way of how to find peace during, you know, really hard times in your life is like forcing yourself to move. Forcing yourself to get up. Having a game plan every single day, even if it's the smallest things. And I tell my friends that all the time, like, you're mental, you don't even feel like getting out of bed. Okay, cool. Don't leave your house, so please get up and brush your teeth. Please get up and just get in the shower. Please get up and maybe just journal. Watch something. Like, these steps don't have to be huge. 1% better every single day is always a goal, and that's something that you have to do in order to push through. Like, you have to push through your emotions. You can only go as far as you think. We trap our own thinking without even realize it. But you guys, our subconscious mind only navigates through literally what we put in front of ourselves and what we decide to do. Our body doesn't even react to something until we decide to do something. And so it's going to feel uncomfortable. What you're feeling right now is the past. It already happened. Another way that I was able to wire my brain to become a little bit 1% more resilient also every single day is realize that, like, everything that already happened is in the past. And some of you guys are tripping over situations that didn't even happen. So if that's the case, you have to stop overthinking things and realizing that the worst case scenario, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. So why are you creating these fake scenarios in your head? I am so nervous and scared of what an outcome of something will be. I will literally create my outcome. I'm going to come up with a million different ideas and come up with a story that makes sense for my outcome, just so that I could have peace of mind when it does happen, like I already knew. But that's not how life works. Like, if God wanted us to know, he would have told us, but there's a reason, because God wants us to be patient, and God wants us to be kind, and God wants us to remember and truly believe that he has the best for us, you guys. He really does have the best for us. And that is why step number 1 is most important, is God. Is because if you know that God truly wants the absolute best for you, then you know that even though you're going through a situation right now, even though you're hurt, you're crying, you're upset every single day, you have that nasty gut knot in your stomach, God wants the best for you. You're gonna move as if God wants the best for you. I've had so many times where I would be bawling and crying because I can't help but be so emotional sometimes. But because I know that God has the best for me, oh my God, I'm getting emotional now. Because I know that God has the best for me, I'm still gonna push forward. And I'm just gonna keep pushing. Y'all might see me cry here and there, but at the end of the day, it's like, I know my God. I've seen him move mountains before, for myself, for other people. And if God can do it for them, he can do it for me. If God made me survive everything that I've already gone through in the past, why won't he do it again? And some of the situations that you're tripping about today probably isn't even as tough as what you've been through in the past. And so also reflect on that, because that might also help you as well. People suffer for years and years and years, even a whole lifetime. There's other people who've had the same situation that you're going through right now, but can move on in a way shorter time period, in a day, a month, in 24 hours, a few minutes. That's something that I always also like to keep in my mind, is like, anything that happened yesterday, it happened yesterday. You could wake up and be a completely different person again, and some people might call it delusion, like you're crazy. Right now, I just changed because I realized it's all in my mind. I could do that. So if you think I'm crazy, cool, but now I'm different. Here's the cool thing about life too. There's a reason why it takes 1 second for it to be a completely different day. And I believe God did that to also remind us, and for me to remind you guys, that if God could move mountains and make it a completely new day in 1 second at midnight, then whatever the hell you're going through, the situation that you're in, the lifestyle that you have right now, if you think life is so hard right now and things will never change, I can tell you right now that God can make it happen in literally 1 second. You just have to genuinely believe in it and do your absolute best every single day, and God will take care of the rest. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys do like it. I feel like a little bit crazy, but we're out running errands right now. Comment down below and let me know if there's any other video that you would like me to recreate. If you are new on my channel, then make sure you guys hit that like button, make a comment down below, and let me know new subby. So yeah, if y'all like these car talks, comment down below and let me know. But that's gonna be it for this video. Love you guys so much, and until next time, bye guys.
Don't play with her, don't be the size.